Most people think the deadliest fire in American history happened in Chicago. It didn't. On that exact same night as the Great Chicago Fire, a fire in Wisconsin killed more people, destroyed more towns, and burned so hot that people just dropped dead. And you know the thing is, no one talks about it. I've lived here my entire life, and I just learned about this fire, and that's crazy. This happened in Peshtigo, Wisconsin. The Great Peshtigo Fire of 1871. In 1871, northern Wisconsin was booming with lumber industry. It's kind of the industry that built this part of the state. And there's railroads everywhere. The only issue was when these lumber companies were coming through, they weren't cleaning up any of their debris or waste they were leaving behind. So we had kindling, branches, sawdust, dry debris left everywhere. And they had one more thing. Massive drought. No rain, dry air, high winds. I mean, something was bound to happen, but people had small fires going on everywhere, kind of daily occurrence. No one ever really thought anything catastrophic was going to take place. But man, were they wrong. On the night of October 8th, 1871, the winds suddenly shifted. Every small fire that was going on around them just merged into one giant wall of fire. And not even just a wall. Like, it started acting like a tornado. It kept sucking in more oxygen, feeling it as it tore through the Peshtigo area. The temperatures rose so fast that buildings would just ignite. And towns didn't just burn, they were just incinerated. Like, just gone. Like, can you imagine a fire this intensely hot? People tried to run. They couldn't outrun it. I mean, who could outrun a wall of fire that's incinerating everything around it? So what they did was they tried to jump into the rivers, ponds, anywhere to cool off. I mean, a lot did. Most didn't make it. Some survived. Some of the survivors say that later on, like, just breathing the air was torching their lungs. And that some people actually basically were steamed from the inside out. No visible burns. They were just dead, cooked from the inside out. I think that's insane. Unbelievable. And some victims were found just dead right where they stood when the fire started. It was extremely sad, to be honest, but just can't believe such a fire even existed. I've never heard of anything like that until recently. When the fire finally burned out, the entire communities were gone. Like I said, they just vaporized. And the town of Peshtigo was nearly wiped off the map. I mean, to be honest, I don't know if I sounds familiar, but probably is still around. I got a whole plaque on it, to be honest. I've been in the area and check it out. Around 1,200 people were killed during that fire, though. And possibly more, bodies weren't even identified. People were just gone. It just wiped through the area. They just took what they could of the bodies, and mass burials. A lot were never identified. And it's terrible. And while Chicago rebuilt, became a symbol of resilience, Peshtigo Fire in history just kind of faded away. And why, no one's ever heard of it, really, is because it happened on the same night of the Great Chicago Fire. And history itself just decided to kind of brush it off and focus on Chicago. I mean, looking at it kind of makes sense, but they just swept under the rug, and Chicago got all the credit for surviving near destruction. Well, more serious disaster got pushed off to the side. The Peshtigo Fire isn't just a forgotten tragedy. It's a reminder of how fragile entire communities can be when nature and human carelessness collide. More people died here than any fire before or since in American history, and most of us never were never taught its name. This was the Peshtigo Fire, and it deserves to be remembered. My name's Zach. If you like this story and want to hear more, feel free to like and subscribe. I'm always posting daily. Thanks, everyone.